So, Robert, more discussion today about hurricanes. You're not expecting to see lasting economic effects in Florida or Texas, but the island of Puerto Rico, that's a whole different story, right?
Yes, it is, Susan. Unfortunately, the Puerto Rican economy was already weak over the last couple of decades, really, due to businesses, infrastructure leaving, crumbling, businesses leaving the island, an ongoing diaspora of people leaving the island. This recent hurricane simply accelerates that whole process. More people will be leaving the island, and the sustained loss of electricity for a number of weeks, if not months, is going to be crippling to the island economy.
Okay, let's move on to GDP. We saw slightly raised for second quarter, but you're expecting third quarter to be a little bit lower. Can you explain that?
Still a good number. We did get an upward revision for second quarter up to 3.1. I'm looking at about 2.5% annualized growth for the third quarter. Lots of good positive economic data coming in supporting that. Probably a little bit of hurricane effect, maybe down a tenth or 2/10. But 2.5 in this economy is not a bad number. And I think we can come up a little bit from that. If we get some meaningful tax reform, some meaningful infrastructure spending, maybe by early next year. But 2.5, I think, is a good zone for this economy right now.
And talk about housing prices. We have seen housing prices continue to go up, which is great if you're a seller, not so great if you're a buyer. But what do you think is behind that?
Well, it remains a very tight market. If you look at the inventory of homes available for most major metro areas, it's limited supply, so it's a seller's market out there. As you said, good news for home owners and the equity we have in homes because prices going up and refining at very low rates. Homeowner equity is still a nice positive wealth effect for this economy.
Okay, and let's talk about the rest of the week. We have September jobs numbers coming up on Friday. And any expectations so far for those?
Yeah, we could see a little bit of hurricane effect from those numbers. Median estimates are fairly low in a range of 100,000 jobs per month. I expect if we do get a low number in September, for September, I expect that will bounce back for the remainder of this year. So, we could get a low number. It's hurricane effect. We'll look beyond that. And I think by and large, all the data together is still pointing to a very strong U.S. economy.
Okay, well, that's good. Thank you, Robert. If you'd like to subscribe to Robert's publications, go to comerica.com/economics.
Thank you, Susan.
Thanks, Robert.